Can we just start with the team news first of all? Will Bale and Dawson be fit, and will we see Parker maybe and Asu Akoto back in Spurs jerseys on Sunday?
On Dawson, he has trained today with the team, so I think he will complete 2 training sessions after his absence. So there's a possibility that he is involved in the game. Bale has trained with the physio yesterday, so trained the side. I think there is a minimum percentage. I'm not sure if it's correct to risk it, as there's always a risk of reincidence. So we'll have to assess tomorrow. Tomorrow he'll train with the team, but still a decision to be made, but very unlikely. On the other 2, they've been making good progress on training with the team. Obviously, you have to bear in mind that their absence was long, so they're picking up on his fitness levels. Scotty, I think, slightly ahead of Benoit at the moment, but both of them, you could see them involved or not. Depends on the decision that I have to make tomorrow.
Scott's actually told us that he's fit enough to be on the bench.
Yeah.
If you do get him back on the pitch, I mean, how much of a boon is that going to be for you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for so long. He's such an important player for us. He's been decisive last season. His impact on after his transfer was amazing in this football club. So we've been very, very patient with the situation, and we're glad to have him back today. It was wonderful to see him out there in the pitch. So he offers other possibilities. So it's good to have him on our side, and good to finally count on him.
Can we ask you, Andre, about the UEFA fines over the Serbian matter? Stephen Cork has been banned for 2 games, but the fines have actually been hammered by everybody. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's difficult to take. Doesn't really run away from the pattern of what UEFA has been doing in terms of the level of sanctioning. Financially for the federations and for the clubs, doesn't really affect them, I think, in any way or form. I'm not sure if I should extend myself on Stephen's case, because I think the FA has the right to react on that situation, on his specific case. I spoke to the player. Player is obviously very, very disappointed, and he spoke to Stuart Pearce too. It's difficult to take after what I've heard from my players, from Danny, from Stephen, from Adam Smith, from Townsend, from the situation that they went through, to see that the outcome is this one.
Back to the action then on Sunday. All these late goals you're conceding. I think 9 in the final 10 minutes of games. If games ended at 80 minutes, you might be top of the table. Why are you conceding these late goals? Is it concentration?
It's very difficult, when you are faced with a situation like the one we are facing. You can't. You have to respect that the game means exactly unpredictability and surprise. So there is also that matter. There are so many statistics that you want to avoid, and one of them is actually this one. What is going to solve us the problem is probably setting out to win like we do, but 2 or 3 goals ahead of the opponent to prevent situations from these ones happening. I went through a similar situation before. And it goes away through time, through practice, through experience. You also don't want to carry this further, and I think all of us recognize that in these last moments a lot of things are happening for us, and we want to shift it around. So we have been incentivizing the players on a positive, recognizing the mistakes that we've been doing also. But trying to invert what is a negative statistic, no doubt.
Just a couple of final points, please. Last year, after 16 games, Spurs were 3rd with 35 points. After 16 this season, you've got 26. Any observation about that?
Well, it's in the end of the season that counts. Obviously, if you recall well, I think your point will be further strengthened if you recall the after Spurs gain that amount of points that you are mentioning. So it's obviously at the moment there is a massive difference. But what matters is what happens in the end. Hopefully, in the end, we can be better than what we were last year. At the moment, we aren't. Doesn't mean that we are sitting in a very uncomfortable position, because, as you know, we sit 3 points from the third place team, and we are within our objectives and obtaining our objectives. But recognizing that last year at this time the club was much better.
And one last one, please. We're asking all the managers about diving and what can be done to stop it. Gareth Bale has got more yellow cards for diving than any other player. Are you bothered by that?
We've received the visit of the referee this past week. We've spoken, me and Gareth, with the ref about the situation. I've told you before that Gareth has went through difficult time in his career, with potential career-threatening injuries, and sometimes, obviously, for the pace that he goes, it looks like there is dives when the player is actually protecting himself. I'm sure that, and he told me that it didn't matter whatever reputation he gains. He just doesn't try to do it. He avoids opponents. He avoids tackles. The pace that he approaches challenge is very difficult for the ref to judge, and he recognized that. But his attack, that if he gains, I think is unfair. But if it does so, it doesn't bother him in any way or form. So we keep on our job, keep doing our job.